Bro, I freaking hate celebrity worship with a burning passion. And after watching this episode of SpongeBob, it proves exactly why that shiz is literally cancer incarnate. So look, man, the episode begins with SpongeBob and Patrick just walking around the jellyfish convention. And they're already on that bullshit. Cause Tubby over here just decides to touch every single antique he can get his hands on. Even after the officer says, "Don't touch it!" Dude even over here touching a nigga's stinging boil. I would've smacked Pinky, no brain, right then and there. If I say my bump only hurts when you touch it, and you touch it, we gon' hit bout it. Trust! Anyways, not too long after, SpongeBob sees these dudes in the distance called the Jelly Spotters. And homie just starts gassing the hell out of their leader, Kevin. Yeah, that's his name. The only thing he's probably good at is calling other niggas dorks. So yeah, SpongeBob sees this dude as a god among men. While Patrick, on the other hand...
What's so great about a nerdy pickle?
That's what I'm saying. Patrick actually has some sense for one.
Jeffrey Jellyfish, I have to touch you!
Hey!
Well, never frickin' mind. He's just as much of a glazer as SpongeBob is.
Hi, Kevin. I'm your biggest fan.
Actually, no, he's not. I'll take that back. Bro has Kevin's pickle so deep in his mouth that he'll literally do anything for him. And that's not an exaggeration. SpongeBob actually jumped off a building and punched himself in the face just because Kevin said so. Like, come on, bro, just hear this.
Doesn't that hurt you?
Do you want it to hurt me, Kevin?
Yo, SpongeBob, are you freaking serious? I can't stand niggas like this. Over here making these celebrities their whole personality. God dang, Swifties, the Beehive, K-pop stans, and Eminem stans are the worst, bro. And trust me, I would know. I used to react to their music on YouTube. So anyway, because of how easy he is to manipulate with his unfathomable levels of glazing, Kevin decides to bring SpongeBob along with him and his posse of anchovies to go jellyfishing. And you know, SpongeBob was literally elated about that. This man literally had cardiac arrest. That's crazy. And heck nah, man. Why the frick is this the first thing I see when they enter jellyfish fields? SpongeBob, SpongeBob, where is your self-respect? The only bail I can give you is that it's probably a good excuse for a workout. Cause you strong as heck for being able to carry all these niggas on your squishy back. But of course, we all know that that is not the case. And man, this next part just pisses me off even more.
I hope you didn't forget our nets.
I didn't forget them, Kevin. They're in the trunk.
SpongeBob, I never want to see you bend over and expose your bare booty to another man ever again. Shoot, they'll love you in jail. Nah, matter of fact, they'll love you in the gym locker room. But anyway, while SpongeBob is having a little Fanatic episode, Kevin apparently has a killer idea to completely humiliate bro. And what is that idea, you ask? Why, to offer SpongeBob a spot on the Jelly Spotters, only if he can catch one jellyfish. This nigga is definitely smoking crack. Cause SpongeBob literally catches jellyfish like it's his part-time job. Bro, he wouldn't be geeking out at a freaking jellyfish convention if that wasn't the case. Let's be honest here. I can't stand this nerdy pickle. So, SpongeBob easily catches a jellyfish, or rather, it voluntarily jumps in his net. And Kevin's stupid self couldn't believe it. His face was like, oh my gosh, a jellyfish man can actually catch a jellyfish? Like, if you don't shut up, bruh. That's why your dumb self kept getting zapped every time SpongeBob caught more and more jellyfish. Oh. So, a million controlled shocks later, and dude is completely covered in jellyfish bumps. Bro look like a Wada Hubba Bubba gum. I don't know how you can still glaze a nigga like this, but So, because of how incompetent Bran Flakes made him feel, Pickle Rick still ain't satisfied and tells bro to capture a queen jellyfish, which will not be an easy feat, I'm sure. So, in order to have a high probability rate of capture, Kevin uses SpongeBob as bait. And how did he use him, you ask? What the hell? They got this nigga doing BDSM. SpongeBob really wants to have this man's babies, bro. So Kevin and the other pizza toppings decide to go cower in the bushes to wait for the queen jellyfish. But tell me why they had this dude SpongeBob strapped up for an entire day. Nah, F that. Matter of fact, the queen jellyfish actually appears. But where is Kevin?
She's here, Kevin.
Nowhere to be found. SpongeBob, I pray you open your eyes soon, my dude. Cause this man Kevin is literal scum. But wait, it gets worse. So as the queen shocks the frick out of SpongeBob, which must be pretty weak since homie is able to escape unscathed, SpongeBob runs for his life while the queen continues to zap him. But she got dashing aim, so he was alright. But just when he was cornered with nowhere to go but down,
Kevin!
well, would you look at that? F a scum. This dude is worse than scum. Shout out Kakashi Sensei. And man, this dude just starts calling SpongeBob a loser thinking he's Sasuke, when he, in fact, is the loser. Like SpongeBob, when people show you who they really are, please believe them, bruh. I know you're a fan. Matter of fact, you a stan. But you know who else were fans? These niggas. And just look where they ended up. Well, at least karma came for this dude fairly quickly, cause an actual king jellyfish pops up out of nowhere, looking like No Name's dad, mistaking Kevin's queen jellyfish machine for an actual queen jellyfish. Cause boy, let me tell you, this dude was on some straight Johnny Bravo timing. Look at those DSLs. Sorry. So anyways, SpongeBob and Kevin run as fast as they can. Oh. Kevin. What the heck? How he know Kevin? I guess the little pickle really do got some motion. So they all run straight into this conveniently placed cave, which makes the king just turn into a whole linebacker for some reason. Just hitting them niggas with the 10 hut. I don't think that's the right football term, but y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Damn bro, just look at how fast this man breaks down and crumbles. What a freaking pansy. And even worse than that, this man got no drip. All that aura is immediately gone. Not like he had any to begin with. Fraud. So SpongeBob, being the actual jellyfish lord, takes matters into his own hands.
What the? Yummy.
I don't know how he's even gonna eat that, but hey, it got rid of him, I guess. And so, with SpongeBob literally saving this nigga's life, you would think that Kevin would finally give him props, right?
You're still not in the club because you didn't catch a queen.
Wow!
Yeah, with your stupid ass. But anyway, moral of the story, stop idolizing these goddamn celebrities. Cause you never know, they may end up being a straight troglodyte like Mr. Pickle's dorky self. Oh, and while I still got you here, why not join the channel and become a member of the Chill Zone? We got some extra goodies for your head top. Trust!